Alright, this is Attack on Titan. We're going to be here for a little while, and we're slightly behind schedule until we finish this run, so we're just going to get going. So hopefully you're ready on time. We're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is somewhat bittersweet. Attack on Titan, like, a lot of people know me as the Yakuza guy now, because all I've been running for like the last 2-3 years is Yakuza games. Fun fact, the first game I ever ran at ESA is the game that you are looking at right now. This is probably my swan song. That was such a good speed boost. It's like I've not been away for 3 years. So this is actually the first game that I ever ran at ESA. This is the first game ESA gave me a chance with, alongside Titanfall 2. That was the era Titans, and that was the last time I ever did either of them. These days I mostly do the Yakuza runs, but when doing ESA Together, I was just like, you know what? I'm submitting a whole bunch of old stuff, and Fasuke was like, hey, you want to do Titans again? Not really, but sure. No, not really, but sure, let's do it. So, the one difference between the regional versions of this game occurs right here, so it's important to talk about. We're going to get a tutorial. You can see we're getting a few tutorials already about how to attack, how to move, etc. With this next target that appears, you can do any of the next movements in this next target at any point in the Asian version, but in the English version, for some reason, you have to do them one at a time. And it's a little finicky because of that boost at the end, and you're constantly moving forward. Whereas before, you could literally just, like, do it in about a second or two. So it's a little awkward, but it literally only loses, like, 2 or 3 seconds. It's nothing, really. So I should probably talk a bit more about the actual game itself and the actual run. If you know about Attack on Titan, this is the first one, not the second one. This is based on the first season of the anime, hence why it's called any % Female Titan. Female Titan is obviously the final Titan of the first season of the anime, and it is, so aforementioned, the final boss of the any %. That's a little bit of a lie. There is a secondary mode in this game. Not secondary mode, there's a secondary story in this game. It's an extra 5 chapters once you finish the main story. The final boss of that is the Colossal Titan. And yeah, that would take another hour and a half. And an hour of that is grinding. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that in the slightest. So now we gotta go fast. So we're gonna go on a set pattern here. We're gonna go in a kind of clockwise direction. So basically, the UI is a little cluttered here. If you can see down at the bottom left at Eren's portrait, ooh, the AI took out one of the targets I need to take out. Yo, you get a little lucky as well with the AI, because the AI will either take out your targets or they won't. Usually they don't, so to have them take out one that's actually important is really good. You can see that after every kill, the screen slows down. If you can attach to another target or like lock onto another target in the time that you have that slowdown, you can actually eliminate the slowdown completely. Attack on Titan 2 added a free patch where you could literally just get rid of the slowdown completely, which is phenomenal. Really useful. Thank you very much. Why couldn't this game have it? It also makes AOT2 way faster paced because you don't have the time after your kills to kind of like reposition yourself. And then like that happens. So this is basically, the idea behind this is a training segment. We're basically just beating all the targets quickly just to prove, you know, you're a good cadet. I didn't want to hit this one first. The lock-on is a little weird. It doesn't aim towards where you're looking, it aims towards the closest target. And even then, it doesn't work properly. Good game. Most of the time, you want to aim for the nape, because obviously the nape is the weak spot. That is where you have to slice to kill a Titan, for reasons that I won't spoil if you haven't watched the latest season of the anime, or even the first season of the anime. What are we looking at here? Like a 430 here? That's not bad. That's a good start. That's a real good start, not gonna lie. Good movement and stuff. So basically, as I was trying to say, there's a lot to get across at the start here. The UI at the bottom left, you saw there was a blue bar and a silver bar. The silver bar is how much strength is left on my blades. When the strength of my blades run out, I do way less damage and I bounce off of Titans. I need to replenish my blades at that point. The blue one is my gas. And your gas is what gets you around. It gets you to go faster to Titans. A lot of this game is actually management of your gas and your blades, which is kind of nice. Fun fact, the game can softlock in the next cutscene, which, if it does, I'm going to be very upset. I'm giving it an extra second there just in case. We're good. It can softlock in this one as well. Gonna give it an extra second. We're good. So, we're gonna start off by getting 2 pieces of equipment. We don't have enough for all 3. We're gonna get the first generation blade, which we're gonna equip. We're gonna get the first generation scabbard, which we're gonna equip. That gets our gas capacity up and also our strength up with the blade. We can't get the anchor gear yet, but we don't need it because the next level is actually a tutorial again. Anyway. Every confirmation dialogue box is the top one, and you always start on the bottom one. I hate the confirmation boxes in this game. They're the worst. There's a lot of things. Listen, I'm going to be moaning about a lot of things in this run. It's going to sound like I hate this run. I don't. I love this run. If you're fast enough here, you don't have to do the tutorial. And you just have to literally dash forward and then just hit it in the nape. We're going through a few more tutorials. That foot right there is the Colossal Titan. We're not killing him. Maybe. So, since I last ran this for ESA, the second game has come out. I get to actually talk about the differences between the two because AOT 2 as a game is way better. AOT 2 and its story is way worse. Because AOT 2, 75% of its story is this game. So if you're wondering, if you're looking at like the store and thinking, you know, you want to play this and you're wondering whether to do AOT 1 or 2, 2. Because 2 starts from here. The weird thing about AOT 2 is they went with the decision that instead of playing as the character of the game, which is what everybody loves, instead you create a character. It's weird. It's not like the worst decision. Nice. Okay, so that second Titan is really bad because it's so close to, like, if I go here, you can see the game pulls me back in bounds. So it's really hard to hit its kill field. You don't lose too much time because you have to wait for Connie and Sasha to shut up. And they don't shut up. So it's not too bad, but that works. So we're about to get introduced to one aspect of the run. This is the most overpowered thing in this game, which also is the most overpowered thing in AOT 2, ironically enough. It's not the Colossal Titan. He's a large lad. He's a very large lad. That's why he's called the Colossal Titan. So we're going to try and use our hooks on him. And he's going to put up a giant blast of steam, meaning that we can't hit him. Give it a sec. Lovely. Which means we need to attack him in a different way. And as you're about to find out, you have to wait. Okay, we're going to talk about triggers at some point because the triggers in this game are broken and they're awful and they're great. And they carry on into AOT 2 and its DLC, which is even worse because they break even worse than the DLC. It's great. So we're going to enter the cannon and then we're going to shoot the Colossal Titan in the face. As you do. So you can see we're doing about 300 damage right now. We are against an enemy that has obviously more defense, but also when we increase the sharpness, aka the damage of our weapons, we will do way more damage with these cannons. But if you just start shooting him, you don't even have to stop his arms to stop him from hitting you. And if you're fast enough for your dodges, you can keep yourself in the air, like, almost permanently. We've got a little bit of downtime before the next mission, so Josh, if you've got anything to say, now would be a great time.
Alright, thanks a lot, and yes, I do. Between the intermissions, so sorry it's taken a while to shout it out, but we'll get there eventually, we got a $50 donation from Gauntlet Wizard with no comment, but they did put the $50 towards the Core Gang musical cutscenes. which is showcasing several cutscenes in the game with fun Broadway-style musical cutscenes where the enemies break out into song and dance. And that means we've met the goal for the musical cutscenes. So thanks a lot, Gauntlet Wizards. Thanks for your $50 and thanks for putting it towards that goal. Now we're going to have some musical fun during the Core Gang 80% run later on today. So, yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, I bought the last piece of equipment that we needed, which is obviously the gas on our back, which allows us to go a bit faster, etc. The game is now teaching us about, obviously, linking up with teammates. So you saw there that we recruited Armin to come with us. We can do that with pretty much anybody. You can see on the left-hand side, we're going to clutter up the UI even more. Actually making good speed here as well. We're going to clutter up the UI even more. You can see on the left-hand side where we've got Armin, and we also have one random scout lady that I picked up in the middle of that. Basically, every grade depends. I'm not moving because this trigger is one of the bad ones. So, we'll talk about that in a second. So, you can see that certain soldiers, depending on their rank, and now we can move forward, that better have been the Titan I needed to kill. Yeah, it was. Oh, you spawned over here for once. Why? Okay, that's fine. See, for some reason, it targeted the arm instead of the nape first. That happens sometimes. It's a little weird. Good set of 3. All right, let's carry on. So, I got so much to talk about here at the start that I don't actually remember what I was talking about. Teammates. So, depending on the grade, depends on how fast, 1, their bar generates for them to be used again, and 2, although that's not with every character, you'll see soon enough, and 2, it also determines like how powerful they are, like how useful they are and how good they are. Let's talk about triggers and this lad right here. So, this is a sub-story one because it's a green one, but for the purposes of this mission, it's actually a main one. If you move away from here, the mission won't continue. I believe that is the dialogue you need to wait for right there, because you can see on the minimap that it disappeared at that point. Hey, come back here, you. So, every trigger in this game is in some way stupidly broken. Now, by that, I mean that basically... it's a little one. So, by that, what I mean is... some of them you have to wait for. If you don't wait for them, then they won't trigger, and the next part of the mission won't carry on. Now, the nice thing about having Armin with you is he's a support character, so he should replenish my gas. I believe that's the dialogue, that bit large titans are attacking, which means I can leave, but I'm going to wait because I got more than enough time. And I would rather, yeah, this is good, rather not mess up, because we don't have to go too far. See this sloped roof in front of us here? It's this one. My capture card just started to explode there. That's curious. Please don't do that again. I've had no end of bad luck with every single one of my electronics this week. 4 days ago, my entire audio setup... Wait, it's not skippable. 4 days ago, my entire audio setup broke. I've had to use a webcam mic for the majority of the week, although I'm now back on my good mic for this, thankfully. That should not have worked because that was his front. The way that hits work in this is you're supposed to hit them in the nape. I'm gonna... hold on a second here. Yeah, that's good. That's definitely the dialogue. You're supposed to hit the Titans in the nape, because if you hit them in the nape, it's obviously their weak spot. You're supposed to bounce off anything that isn't, like, the actual back of the neck. But for some reason, sometimes you can just go straight through their faces, which is something that we're going to be utilizing later on with a specific weapon, provided the game doesn't screw me out of the actual materials this time. Wait, where's the other Titan that's here? That's fine, I'll come back to it. Wait, why the arm? Because I need to do Thomas's dialogue anyway, so it's fine. Okay, that's good. Here? Here. Okay, so... essentially, at one point, we're going to be farming up a certain amount of materials. During my one practice run in 3 years, it decided to not give me the materials that I needed, and we had to do OG strats, and I still somehow managed a world record. Trust me, we're going to go about 20 minutes under estimate. So, this is the final subjugation target. What this means is it's the final enemy that you have to kill to finish the level. That was beautiful. So, because I had basically 4 people with me, whoever's on your squad, attacks after you, hence why you want as many good like allies as you can. And then obviously we were supposed to do a tutorial there. It's called the Decisive battle signal. It's something that you will see me utilize a lot during this run. It's something that gives me infinite gas, infinite blaze for a short period of time, and also increases my damage and increases the spawn of allies by about 4 to 8. So essentially it's something really, really strong. And that's the last time you're going to play as Eren for about 3/4 of the game. I wish I was joking, I'm not. He's the main character, by the way. Here's a good character. Here's Mikasa. So Mikasa is Eren's childhood friend, alongside Armin, and Mikasa is very strong in this game. She is the second strongest character behind Captain Levi, who you see later. These Titans that are appearing here, they're all random, so you can see I got a large one here. Sometimes it's a small one, sometimes it's a medium one, sometimes it's a large, unfortunately. So we're going to go here, because the next set of Titans are going to appear right here. So you might be wondering, oh, small one, nice. We want as many small ones as we can, because the small ones obviously don't have as much HP. They're sometimes easier to hit. Get to him in time. Didn't count. Okay, so that's the entire reason there why Mikasa is so strong. You didn't see it very well. You saw how I did the finishing move, and then I immediately followed up with another attack. You're not normally supposed to do that, but because the game glitched me out with the finishing move when I couldn't do it, because it wants me to do the tutorial, I should really leave this one to last, because that's the direction I have to go in. Why have I never thought about that in 3 years? So, basically, Mikasa has a ability. Every character, when they level up, gets different abilities. Mikasa's very first ability is Chain Strike. Chain Strike, as you can probably imagine, allows you to change strikes up to 3 hits per enemy. You can also use this to traverse to other Titans, which you will be seeing me do. I actually landed on the roof. Nice. You'll be seeing me do that a heck of a lot, especially starting in this mission towards the end. Now, fun fact, this next cutscene could hard lock and crash the PC. Let's find out if it does that. I love this game. It did not. Okay, so we're going to replenish our gas because we've got a lot of killing to do right now. All of those that just appeared we have to take care of. I didn't have my boost. Weird. So, that's bad. Again, targeting the arm. So, I didn't want to do it there because I would have hit the wall. Oh, nice. He went after Armin. Thanks, Armin. Doing something useful once. Okay, so I just got my decisive battle. We're actually going to save it. So you saw there how I literally went straight towards this Titan. That is because I did the attack. And you saw there I didn't do to this one because we broke line of sight. Okay, so now that all the normal Titans are dead, the last 2 final subjugation targets will appear. I kind of want to be on that roof, but I'm going to stay here for now. So you'll know which ones the final subjugation targets are because they are glowing red like lava like this. So again, we've got unlimited gas and blades. We can go very, very fast with this, as you can see right here. So that one, for some reason, always takes 2 hits, even though you do more damage than HP it has. So provided you just do that, where you kind of like hit them, bounce off, and then like go straight back onto them, you can actually save a whole bunch of time and just kill them like almost instantly. So Mikasa, what happens is that Eren gets eaten by a Titan, and Mikasa is upset, very upset, and she gets saved by this random Titan. These crazy Titans, one of them actually saved her. Now, for the start of this mission, this is where the game's RNG starts to throw itself at you really badly, because we don't have any gas or blades. We need this Titan to kill everything, and he's actually going really aggressive today. Please kill them. Now, they're going to go after us, so we want to try and stay as close as possible. That's really good. This mysterious Titan is actually doing good work today. Now, whatever happens next will depend on his AI. He's going to go to the left or he's going to go to the right. We want him to go to the left. How many times does he go to the left? Not often. And that's gonna be something that happens a lot during this run. So again, obviously the next trigger is here, so I'm gonna wait. He actually went to the left. Huh. We'll see what he does, because his pathway will probably bring him back. Nice. I didn't have my top of my water bottle properly. I'll splash water on myself. Nice. We're gonna wait for this Titan to just stand there and do good stuff for once. Yo, we might be able to go really fast here. Or is his AI gonna bring him back down here? I don't know. Either way, Josh, if you got anything to say, now would be a good time.
All right. Just like take a moment to let you guys know about our our really cool named merch store, speedrunstore.com. I have no idea how they got that URL. But on there, you can buy some cool ESA merch. If you've seen some of our, you can normally see it during our on-site events. But we have ESA branded hoodies, shirts. That's it, actually. I set myself up by all you there, didn't I? I was like, here's the whole free alliteration thing, and I only have 2 things to say. But anyway, yeah, the hoodies are actually really nice. I personally have one. I have one of the old red ones, but you can buy the current ones, and they're really comfortable. They have a great inner lining, and the pockets are really cool because they have like a little mini pocket in it that lets you put like phones and stuff in there. But yeah, you can order yourself a bunch of ESA stuff. So yeah, that's speedrunstore.com. Go ahead and head on over and have a look. Thanks.
Yeah, that is a really good URL. I don't know how we got that. I was gonna wear, we had some special shirts from ESA Winter. I was gonna wear one today and just be like, hey, look at this, you could have this design, but unfortunately it's in the wash. So, Aaron made it here in time, which is nice. Again, we're waiting on his AI to get as close to the base as possible. I'm waiting for a very specific dialogue here before I use the decisive battle signal. So if you mess this up, you can actually have 2 armins on the map at the same time here. Which you think is bad, but it's not. And it doesn't help you either, because the other armin doesn't do anything. It's really weird. So we're going to take care of him, and then there's one more on the other side, which, that's bad movement. 2 more, apparently. I'm thinking of a different list. 4! Mission knifing. Like, look how fast you can go. This is actually ridiculous. I think this might be another one of those where you... No, the Nate, please. Thank you. Oh, no, you can get one in 1 hit. Sometimes that one is another 2-hitter rather than 1 hit. But you can see, like, how much faster. Like, you can see now that we've slowed down quite a lot. Like, the decisive battle signal is pretty much the most useful thing we can get in this run. It's crazy. So, we find out that actually... this Titan is still helping us. We're on the top of the headquarters. We need a distraction and this Titan. And this is one of the fun parts of the game. This Titan is going to help us out because actually, we get to play as the Titan. So you need to do a very quick attack at the start here because otherwise you get bitten by like that. And if that happens, as you can see, you get stun locked for a very long time. Stop that. Just please stop that. It's the little ones that are the most annoying in this one, funnily enough. It goes against what we want for... It goes against what we normally want for enemy spawns. We actually want large ones here because they're way easier to hit. So, Titan controls, you have a couple of moves at your disposal. You can see that I'm doing the dash punch because that has the most damage. It has a weirdly large hitbox. It also fills up the special bar really nicely. Yeah, you see what I mean. You have a ground stomp, which is... How did that miss? Which is usually pretty useful, as you can see there. And you can see underneath our HP bar at the bottom left, this glowing yellow gauge, which we'll get into that in a little bit. You don't get to play as a Titan much in the run of this, but you do get to play 3 or 4 times. It's good fun each time. Nice. You can also just destroy all these buildings, which, fun fact, if you're on the PS4 version of this game, why are you running away? Come in. If you're on the PS4 version of this game, there is one building that if you crash into, will crash your game. This is a good game. I love this game. I can't remember who found the building, but somebody found it because they finished the mission like super early and just started like going at it. I gotta go. That's my trigger. Stand here. Final subjugation target. And punch him. Or kick him. So that's the entire reason why we have that other bar, is that you have a special attack. When you fill it up, you get to unleash a really strong attack. You'll be seeing that later, because that is going to be the basis of finishing 2 specific fights really fast. However, on this revelation, we find out that the mysterious Titan is actually Eren. Whoa! So, when I said that we don't control Eren for 3/4 of the run, technically not true. So, we just got given a whole bunch of grenades. This is going to be vitally important for later on in the run. It's going to tutorialize us on them in this mission, but you'll see what they do. They're very useful. So hey, it's everybody's favorite. It's Armin! Armin is a character. Armin is the weakest character outside of one character, Krista. However, Armin's special ability is one of the strongest in the games. And also, I found out in practice something related to this mission that we've been trying to figure out for 3 years, and I can't believe I never thought of it. So, I should be able to save like a minute over my PB time on this mission, because I know how to skip a trigger that we've been trying to figure out how to skip for 3 years. I didn't get on top of the building. I hate that. So if you have a singular line on the building, that means you're usually not going to get over it, which is a shame, because we need to kill as many Titans as we can really fast here. The more you kill, you can't basically spawn in the next bit until you've killed a certain amount of Titans. Okay, so you can see basically that I am attacking with myself, and then I'm using the members of my squad to attack Titans. This is Armin's special ability, and the other reason why your NPCs actually have grades, because as you can probably tell, the higher the grade, the better they are at killing Titans with Armin's ability. So Connie, and don't mistake that for meaning that a higher grade equals good, because there's a lot of really high ranked or high grade people that will just miss. It's great. But what we're going to do is we're going to take care of certain Titans. Kill him. Didn't mean to use 3 there, but it's fine. Oh, my movement is bad all of a sudden. So, should kill them all? Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush to the other side of town as fast as I can. There's going to be a trigger that appears, and I need to get to the other part of town before it appears. And I did not. So we're on a race against time right now. No, we didn't get it. Okay. So this, basically this sub-story here, you don't actually have to trigger it. For the longest time, we thought you did, but you don't actually have to. And now this means I'm also late on these ones, which sucks. So we're going to get a timer to escort Annie around town. And when that timer runs down, Annie's going to disappear. And she's also going to basically cause a whole bunch of extra dialogue that lasts literally a minute. It's actually a genuine shame we hit that, because it was kind of nice to figure that out like literally 30 minutes ago. So, can I do it to you? So here we're going to do, the game wants us to use flash grenades, so you get in front of a Titan, and then use your grenade. Why can I not? That's why. I accidentally changed the orders. I was wondering why I couldn't use my allies. If you change your orders, if you see at the bottom next to the portraits, if you press down, you can change the behavior of what your allies do. Never do that. Never do that. I got 10 seconds to finish this mission. That's not happening. That's a shame. But it's interesting. what's going to happen here. Actually, it might not be too bad because it will run through the dialogue whilst we're... Nice. It'll run through the dialogue whilst we're killing the 3 Titans that we need to kill. And these take a while to kill because, obviously, look at Armin's damage. Don't you miss Mikasa at this point? Kill him. Okay. Because when we kill him, we call in a whole bunch more people. All of his arms are gone. And then, as you can see, everybody helps us and we do way more damage. So unfortunately, we are going to have to sit through Annie's dialogue. And the traps tutorial. So all of this is optional. There we go. So you can see there, like, literally that's how much time you kind of lose, as well as obviously the time leading up to that, because it didn't spawn the story trigger any time early, which that sucks. And it's nice that we finally understand how that works. Literally was messing around practicing this mission, and there it was. So we basically protected Eren from a whole bunch of Titans trying to eat him, and now we're going to attempt to plug up the giant hole in the wall which was caused by the Colossal Titan. But to do that, we're going to get Eren in his Titan form, who's going a bit berserk right now, to carry a giant boulder over, the one he sat next to, so that he can plug up the hole. We're going to be playing as Mikasa real quick. This is Ian. Ian is one of the better NPCs, and you only have him for 1 level. So we need to take care of 3 Titans here. Nice air, actually. It's really good. But I really like this run because it's like really fast paced, and it's like it's easy to do it like well, but it's really hard to do it really well. It's super cool. Like, you've got little like factors as well where later on you'll see that there's missions where we won't be able to like hook onto anything, which you'd think make things slower, but actually no. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. This is the building I want. Got turned around for a second. Yeah. So I like standing on the top part in case it is a large Titan like that. We're on a time limit here to take care of these Titans before the next dialogue happens, otherwise we have to sit through more optional dialogue. Please go the right way. Didn't focus for me? That's a surprise. Okay. That's the reason why I didn't go down fast. So we got 1 ahead of us and then 1 to the left. I'm going this way because it's a little faster with the way that the obstacles around the level are laid out. So as long as we can do this before Ian finishes his dialogue here, we're fine. And now we're going to head to the north part of town. We need to be a little careful because we don't have that much gas. We should have enough. We're about to go and pick up Armin. I'm going to try and hurry up because his AI is about to go walkabouts. Armin's AI loves to do that. That also helps. So if you've got some allies, when they're off cooldown and able to hit the actual like Titans themselves, you can use them to get the finishing blow so that you don't have to sit through the slowdown. Also, no, that's fine because I had to wait for Ian's dialogue anyway. So you saw Armin's trigger was here, and then Armin went that way. So we need to escort Armin. So the word you're going to get used to hearing is just escort. The escorts in this game are awful. So we have to go south. So you see how he was like halfway down the map, and now he's all of a sudden back at the top? Yep. He doesn't move until these Titans are gone as well. Now we're at the whim of his AI. Either his AI will come to us really fast, like it was trying to before, or it won't. It's like gas now. Oh dear, oh dear. So the AI in this game is notorious, for reasons that you'll see towards the end of this run. Because, oh boy. Oh boy. Like, we lose runs to the AI in this game because the AI just decides to literally break itself when we try and go fast. There's something infamous in the speedrun for this that started happening a good 2-3 years ago that we can never figure out why. I didn't want to use that. I really didn't want to use that. You know what? And so I can get back my decisive battle by doing a side mission, which actually I'll be getting a side mission at the end of this level. It's one I usually do. So we should be okay. Now we just gotta wait for Armin to come over here. And as you can see, it looks like he's just running along the floor instead of using his gas and his blades. He's literally running instead of going fast. This is a good video game. I remember why I stopped running this video game. So Armin gets Eren up. Eren now has a giant rock. And we have to kill a bunch of Titans on the way so that Eren doesn't stop. He's going to stop anyway. But technically we have to actually kill him before he stops properly. Can I hit the nape? Ian, could you help? Ian's gone. I forgot. We lost Ian. Bye, Ian. I wanted the other one, but okay. So there you go. You can see me use the ability of Mikasa to get by really quickly. Once everyone here is gone, that is every important Titan, and then we're going to go over to Mitabi over here, save him, and we get obviously an extra pair of helping hands. Nice. Again, wait here, because Mitabi's trigger is one of those that's broken. Armin's with us. Armin should be giving us some gas. Armin. Oh, by the way, the giant rock doesn't exist. Eren exists. Giant rock doesn't exist. You literally just go through it. It's weird. It's very, very weird. I don't need this gas, but I'm going to get it. Eren likes to stop. Eren's AI is a beautiful thing. As you will see. At many, many points throughout this run. We might not control Eren, but Eren is coming with us. So, Eren's going to get to the middle of the crossroad. He has to go down there. So he's going to stop and look. He's going to turn around. He's going to stop. He's going to turn around. He always does that. Always. Without fail. Eren is wonderful. So we're obviously keeping our decisive battle signal for the end, and is approaching the hole in the wall. Pop it. By the time we're at the cutscene, Titan will be targetable. Aim for the nape. And that's that. Yeah. Thanks, Eren. That's Eren for you. It's Eren in a nutshell. You'll learn to love him during this run. So this is going to be my swan song for AOT 1. I don't think I'll ever submit it to like another marathon after this one. AOT 2, however. Oh boy. So I spoke very briefly about the differences between AOT 1 and AOT 2. 75% of the story in AOT 2 is literally the same levels as this, but done in a different format. Say hello to Lieutenant Levi. We're now going to upgrade our blade. We're going to upgrade our blade as much as we can. Which is that. And then we're going to speak to Petra and get on with the next mission. So, when I said that Mikasa was the second best character in the game, say hello to the first. Unsurprisingly. Levi does not start with the multi-strike that Mikasa does. However, he gets it at level 2, which is after this level. Instead, he starts with a move where if you don't do any inputs, he actually does extra damage, which the game is going to attempt to get us to perform now, but you don't need to do it. It's one of the few tutorials in this game that's skippable. There is a tutorial in this level that is skippable, but if you do, we are going to softlock the mission until every single Titan is dead. Let's not do that. So it's a little frustrating if you get the little spawn here, which is what we did. We need to take care of all 4 of these. Then we need to go over this way. Owen is going to appear. Want to wait until he gives us a specific piece of dialogue. That one. This way, if you get to the middle, you can skip a little bit of dialogue, and you can also be ready here for the big spawn of enemies. They're all going to appear around this courtyard in kind of a semicircle. Some big ones, so if you can get here early enough, as you can see, you can actually get like a few really quick kills. Nice small ones as well. Oh, very nice small ones. Okay, that's good luck. Right, so that's all of the ones that we have to take care of before we've even supposed to take care of them. What's going to happen now is we're going to get a enemy spawn. It is going to be an enemy which has hardened body parts. Every single subjugation target from this point and certain special titans are going to have hardened body parts. What this means is we cannot target their nape until their hardened body parts are destroyed. However, we've actually got speed tech to get around that. The trouble is, if we use that speed tech to get around it during this tutorial, that's what soft locks the level. So I'm going to take my time to very specifically do what the tutorial asks me to do. It's the one time where we will actually break both of the arms of the Titan, because otherwise, yeah, you can break one of them ahead of time, but you have to make sure that you keep one alive. So you have to aim for the body part, sever all defensive parts, and this way you also skip out on this little, like, slow motion here. Do I want that gas drop? No, we're fine. And then the next trigger appears here. That's how you don't soft lock this level. If you think that that's the only level that just soft locks, wait. Because there's a level later on where we can cause a 10-minute soft lock. Like, we literally would have to wait for 10 minutes. I don't know how I ever found out how to actually get past it, but there's a weird rule to it, and you're gonna see it. Now, this is one of those times again where we're really hoping that it's a large Titan that spawned. It looks like a medium. No, it's a large, actually. Nice. If this is a small Titan, you obviously will notice that it will be walking between the buildings towards town, and it will be really hard to hit. With it being a medium one, you can easily get to it, and these two being small is also really good. Nice. So, with that, that's the last of the normal Titans on this level. Now, we're about to get the hardened Titan, the final subjugation target, which has the hardened body parts. So you can see already ahead of time, I have prepped a flash grenade. The vast majority, outside of one final subjugation target and the very special Titan that we will be fighting later on, are all weak to flash grenades. The other two are weak to sound. So, and one of them might not even be a sound grenade. It's the one Titan that is random. Once Petra says this line of dialogue, decisive battle. Incoming Titan. One of the NPCs actually did it for us, and boom, dead. Just like that. So instead of having to waste time taking care of two other body parts, you just go straight for the neck. Easy peasy. We're going to have quite a bit of downtime for a second here, so Josh, if you've got anything to say, now is a perfect time.
Alright, cool. I was about to ask. So yeah, coming up next, after this run, we have a Final Fantasy Legend 2 run. And during that run, we have a bunch of bid wars that you can put your money towards. We have the party choice bid war. You can decide whether we'll use 2 Espers or 2 humans in the party. So you can decide whether we use double Esper or double human. And then you can also name those humans or Espers. You can name individually. We got naming human/Esper 1 and naming human/Esper 2. So you can pick a name with 1 to 4 characters and they'll use it in the run. And currently, both of those are sat at $0. So you could probably get any name you want sniped in real quick. And also, in addition to that, we have the monster name as well. You can choose the name for the monster in the party as well. It's the same rules, 1 to 4 characters, and it's also at $0. So I might just donate like Josh for $5 in a minute. So yeah, get your donations in and you can name stuff for the Final Fantasy Legend 2 run.
Ooh, the double Titan takedown, heck yeah. But yeah, get those donations in. It's really cool to be able to like influence a run like that, so you all should consider it. If I have...
Out of interest, sorry, before you start,
Yeah,
what's an Esper? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, an Esper is a special unit in Final Fantasy that is kind of... I was going to use the word god or like demigod, but that's not strictly right. They're special magical beings.
Right, okay.
Do
we want humans or do we want Espers?
in certain Final Fantasies, they're also summons.
Oh, those things. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
But they're not summons in Legends 2. I don't remember what they actually are in Legends 2, and that's one of the ones I have played on the Game Boy. So, I mentioned this very briefly earlier. This is a mission where you can see I'm specifically going out of my way whilst the next story triggers don't happen to kill Titans. Now, this reason for this is that we need to farm up a certain set of materials to get the best weapons that we can get during the run. Now, you saw a little bit earlier how I managed to get a double kill. That's hyper rare with these blades because their length is really short. And I really hope the game doesn't screw me over this time like it did in my practice run, which somehow still world recorded with OG strats with these weapons, because the size of these blades put Sephiroth's katana to shame. You'll see. Nice on the... Actually, that's not nice on the spawn. This is the one level where I'd rather have large ones. So again, we're looking for Petra. Because Petra is the story trigger. So as long as we have her with us, we can just keep going. Now, something special about this level, which is hyper annoying, you can see that icon above Levi's head. That means that I can't use my hooks on this level. This is what we call a field level. Field levels mean that you can't use any kind of mobility because there's nothing to latch onto, even though there's a bunch of trees. Don't tell them that. Which is why we're going to be using Titans as much as possible. These abnormal Titans, the ones that are kind of see-through on the mini-map, those are the ones that usually have the body part stuff. And you can see that when I attack, look at the arm of this one that we're going to attack here. That is a material piece. And you can see me using Levi's multi-strike hit now that we have it. We don't want to go too far to the right, because the next point of call is going to be over here. We have plenty of time to farm these up. I'm taking a little bit of extra time to farm... I mean hitting that many times. I'm taking a little bit of time to farm up a few extra body parts. That is us not hitting the body part, as you can see. I'm going to get over to the next part. You have a horse. The horse is slow. Would you believe it? The horse is slow. Now, there's a good reason for using the horse, and that's because on the horse, you can actually replenish your gas and blades. I'm out. But thankfully, again, Levi's attack is strong if you don't input any directions. Levi is super strong. Everything he gets is super strong. Don't run away from Ororo. He's the story trigger. I did that before. He should actually join us automatically now. Yep, okay. We need to get over here because I'm a little late. What was the dialogue here? Not that. It is that one. Okay, so the last one appears here. I don't have Oro with me in the party. This is not going to be a one-hit. Can we target the right one? Thank you. Get rid of his hardened arms and hit him. It is going to be a one-hit. Yo, nice. Petra doing work. So, as you can see here, the edge of the field missions, you can actually hook around to the outside, which is nice, but limited. But it's very useful for a mission later on, where it's not useful at all because we have to wait 5 minutes. Yeah. This game likes to reuse its maps. A lot. Oh no. Oh no. It's time, isn't it? Oh no. So, let's talk awful. Let's talk the reason why everybody who runs Attack on Titan 1 loathes Attack on Titan 1. And the reason why there's way many more runners in Attack on Titan 2. Say hello to Titan Capture Operation. The single-handedly worst level in the entire game. I don't enjoy this mission, and I'm fairly certain. I'm hoping that PX, who used to be my run buddy in this 3 years ago, is in chat, because whoa, we have some stories to tell about this mission. So it's gonna start like normal. We got some cannons over here. You all know how strong the cannons are after what I was saying earlier. We're gonna go use them real quick. Oh, the camera angle is dependent on what direction you're looking. When you get in the cannon. Did you seriously just run past the tree? Meaning that the cannon can't hit you? We're just gonna go there. We have to wait for the dialogue for Hanji here anyway. So we're gonna wait over by this dialogue again. You do not, even though you could like take this opportunity to get some extra soldiers, you do not want to get any extra soldiers. You really do not want anything extra to be following you during this mission. I'm fairly certain I can now go over there. I'm gonna deliberately not go to that one on the left so that I don't get the NPC that follows me. Because that's annoying. So... oh no, this guy! No, get away from me! So, this NPC follows you for the entire map trying to join up with you. Get away from me! No! No! Go away! You can't avoid him forever. You can see he's following my exact pathway, by the way. This is the AI. Hi.
You're right if I read can I read a quick donation?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. We just got $5 from Jack of Hearts with totally no numbers at the end of it. Who says, in fiction, an Esper is an individual capable of telepathy and other similar paranormal abilities. The term was apparently coined in this sense by Alfred Bester in his 1950 short story Oddie and Id, and is derived from the abbreviation ESP for extrasensory perception. In games, an Esper is usually a being with magical powers, often a summon. So now I know what an Esper is, thanks. Yeah. And yeah, Jack of Hearts put his $5 towards the double Esper party choice. So right now, in Final Fantasy Legend 2, we'll be using a team of 2 Espers, and I forgot what the other 2 things were. A monster and a robot. Yeah,
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we're using 2 Espers instead of 2 humans right now. So yeah, nice. Thanks a lot, Jack of Hearts with totally no numbers at the end.
Yeah, thanks Jack, appreciate it. I've actually learned something today, and it's like, what, 6 AM, 7 AM? I'm gonna wake up one time.
We should not be learning things at this time.
No. Alright, so the infamous part of this level has begun. You can see at the top left, missions, lead the Titans into the capturing trap. We are going to act as the carrot on the stick. Basically, we have to get both of these Titans down to the bottom part of the map. And yes, as you can see, they like to trip over everything. And by the carrot on the stick, I mean we're literally just gonna be on our literal lead, like leading them here. Now, the Titans will stop on they will stop on everything. NPC allies, trees, the floor, cannons, your horse, your allies' horses. It's literally right here. You got like one step. This is the entire reason we loathe this run. It's because you're at the mercy of their AI. Now, you're supposed to use a taunt to get their attention. It's a little quicker to use a grenade, which is why we use one of our precious grenades. And then we have to do it with the other one as well. The taller one can catch up with you on foot. The smaller one cannot catch up with you on foot. So you might see me. Oh yeah, come here. Come on. So he'll notice me now, and then hopefully he'll start running towards me. Again, they bounce off everything. So when we're trying to lead them down this really thin pathway. Come on. Come on. Yeah, this is it. This is literally the worst thing. And allow me to say, like, despite the fact that AOT2 has like 75% of the same content as this game, allow me to share one exceptionally nice change. Titan Capture Operation in Attack on Titan 2 takes a minute and 20 seconds. Because the way that you capture Titans isn't by leading them to a specific area. You have an actual piece of equipment to do that with, and you don't have this map to do it on. You have a much smaller map. In AOT 2, Titan Capture Operation is amazing. It's one of the best missions in the game. In this one, it's the worst. And I hate it. I hate it with an absolute passion. He's going to get stuck on this hill, so I need to lead him to the right a bit. Not into that tree. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm the carrot. Come on. Come on. Come on, you know you want... Really? This is what you're doing. You're just gonna... Titans. Finish. Yes, nice. Okay. Okay, finally. Jeez, the first one went really well, the second one did not go well. This is infuriating. Like, actually infuriating. Now we're going to get the next set of Titans that are going to spawn in. We're going to start with the middle of the map. You can see that there's certain missions that are about to run out, which isn't too bad. We are going to get their dialogue, which is why I wanted to get here early enough that we wouldn't trigger their dialogue before we triggered the story dialogue, so that these spawns weren't delayed. Their not despawning is causing the next side mission, which is in this city, to not spawn yet. Which is not yet, which is really nice, because if I can get this done... No, there we go. I think this is not one of the ones. So 4 of these Titans we have to kill. 4 of these we don't have to kill. I'm fairly certain that was one of the ones I don't have to kill. Because I'm fairly certain that was one of Miche's ones. I'm now going to go take care of these 2 down here, because these 2 are also important. I'm really hoping the 2 in the top right of the map don't move, because they, the other 2 that I have to, I have to finish off. You can see there. But which ones are we after here? Actually, am I after any of these? Do we risk this? That one, thank you. Wait, it was this one. I'm really hoping that I haven't missed one here. If I've missed one, there goes any chance of PB. But if I haven't, this is going to be super fast. This could potentially be a sub 930 Titan capture. It's very hard, if not almost impossible, to get a sub 10 Titan capture. So to get somewhere near a 930 would be very insane. Okay, that's fine, because just doing that got rid of the lock on. I think that was it. I should gas up. That's a problem. Yeah, I did it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, obviously, use Slice of Battle. I usually leave this one till the last one, but I need to use my gas to kind of get across the map. There's a gas drop from the last Titan. Are you kidding me right now? All drops are random. Sometimes they're really useful. Reason why I go for these ones first is because this one likes to run towards the city. Oh, sound. This is the one that can actually be sound, and it is sound. Neat. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait for Miche's dialogue, but that's the end of the mission. That was actually really good. Can't believe we actually had a good Titan capture operation. That never happens. In a marathon run, no less, which means that the female Titan's going to completely destroy me at the end. That is an insanely good Titan capture. Wow. This is a very good run. We're about to find out whether it's cursed me or not. At this point is where we're supposed to buy our new weapons. We need to have a certain amount of Titan skin fragments and something else. We'll have the something else, but the Titan skin fragments is on the game. Yes. Nice. So, I don't think I can upgrade it yet, so we're not going to. I don't think we have the materials yet. You're about to see something amazing. So, the big downside to this new weapon is they're very brittle. They will break very easily. That's why we still have some of the first gen stuff, so that we can have more blades. The upside is, look at the size of them. Okay, having a large one here isn't great. Good early start. Look at the size of them, right? There's a reason they're so comically large, and that's because we can get multiple Titan kills with them. Okay, you are one that I have to kill, please. So you only have to kill a certain amount of the Titans here, which are these ones. We're going to avoid, if we can, old Miche there again. Sorry, Miche. It's almost like foreshadowing. We need to grab Gunther here. He is actually the story trigger. We don't have to do anything here other than grab him, because if he follows us, obviously the story trigger will follow us. I don't think I need to take care of this guy. I think I just have to go carry on. Yep. So we'll take care of this guy. And you can see that we're now taking care of Titans in literally like 2 extra hits from our like extra hits, which we weren't doing before. These swords are also going to get disgustingly strong very, very soon. We're doing almost 2k damage, which is kind of insane. That killed the other Titan, by the way. The one that was all the way on the ground. So you can see behind us, one of the Titans we need to kill has spawned. It's going to walk towards the middle of the town, which is why we're going on this specific pathway. Nope, nope, nope. Stop tagging the wrong one, thank you. So you can see the last one we need is the one that's on the map. We can get to it fast. This is going to be super cool. That's really good. Okay, so this way. We now need to get to the other side of town. We're supposed to protect all 4 of these core soldiers. What we're going to do is we're not going to do that. So we're going to go over to here. He's kind of in the middle of a couple of them, so I like to use the decisive battle signal first, because usually our allies will like try and like help us out. Now, the only trouble is, because the blades are a lot longer, that also means that you hit parts other than the parts you're supposed to hit. It also means that you bounce off of body parts a lot easier, meaning that the blades break even faster. Wonderful, aren't they? Absolutely wonderful. We have a little bit of downtime, so Josh, if you've got anything to read, now's another perfect time.
All right. Yeah, you kind of caught me off guard a little bit there. I was typing. Sorry. Yeah, I'd just like to remind everyone about the bid war coming up next. I know I talked about it earlier, but yeah, we got the Final Fantasy Legend 2 bid war. It's literally the next run. I'm not sure when the runner needs the names, but we still don't have any of the names decided yet. So you can literally pick any name you want right now for any donation amount. You can name both the humans / Espers, or you can name the monster that's in the party as well. And it's all open, all available. Go now. Bye. Yeah, my shift ends soon, and as soon as it does, I'm gonna name something Josh. So
sounds good.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. But yeah, get your donations in. You can name stuff during Final Fantasy. I don't know when those bid walls need to be cut off, so you might have time during Final Fantasy. But let's just assume we don't.
let's assume it now. The start. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the safest to assume. I will
also warn everybody that while my estimate is a 2-hour, I'm currently on pace for a 1:38, which is rather exciting because that's 2 minutes ahead of PB.
Glad we did that extra run before. Yeah,
I'm glad we made that decision. I kind of knew I would do decently at this run, but this run is going way better than I was expecting. It could all go. I could literally like. Little story regarding my run. The very first time that I did this at ESA, the final boss trolled me for a good almost 10 minutes, causing me to almost lose my original estimate of 2 hours. So, I want revenge. Now, you've probably noticed that we are supposed to be helping out our teammates here, and we're not. Because this is the one mission where you can fail your missions and carry on. And it's faster. Fun fact, if you break these walls on the console versions, it slows the game down to like 10 FPS. Good video. So what we're going to do is, now that we've failed all of our missions, we're going to go and wait via the final point of the run, or the level even, because for some reason, Erwin, even though his trigger is over there, and even though he's not coming to us, because we're in this area, it counts it as the entire area. And for some reason, as soon as his first trigger appears, it triggers the final enemy. Again, the triggers in this game are great. This is a good video game. There it is. We don't have our decisive battle, but again, as you're about to see, it doesn't matter. Look at that damage. This is why I wanted these swords. These swords are insane, and they're going to help with some speed strategy on the next level. These, look at the size of them. They're bigger than Levi's. I told you these swords put Sephiroth to shame. Look at them. And they're really cool as well. So, one of the things I should say as well is that you can upgrade your equipment, obviously, as we are doing, but you can also upgrade your horse. There's no point. The horses, until you can get to the final upgrade horses, which is like right at the end of the game, there's no point. And by that time, you don't need a horse. In fact, we don't need a horse anymore. So remember when I said you don't play as Eren? I lied. We're now playing as Eren. So Eren got put to trial for being like a Titan, even though he doesn't know he's a Titan. Everyone feared Eren because, you know, in this world they thought Titans are the like creatures beyond the walls and that they're things to be feared because they're eating people. But Eren didn't eat people, he threw a rock at a wall. As you do. So we have to go and see our friends. We've been drafted into the Levi's Scout Regiment. It's been so long, I've actually forgotten the name of it. And hey, psych, by the way, we're playing as Mikasa. So, remember how we haven't played Eren since the second level of the game? The main character? Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Wait. So, here we start with Connie. We have to clear the Way of Titans. If we can clear the Way of Titans really fast, we actually can open up a super shortcut, which you can actually do normally. Like, it's not anything that's special to the speedrun. This is something that you can do in the actual mission itself. You can see the timer at the top left. You've got a minute. You have to take care of 2 sets of enemy spawns. The first set and then the next set. The next set won't happen until Connie stops speaking anyway. So if Connie could hurry up, that'd be great. I might want to be over this one because there's 4 enemies together, and this is one of the places where the Tiger Zeros are infamous. Oh, they're infamous in that they hit multiple times at the same time and make you like bounce off and like lose all of your... See there? I kind of like got pushed into the floor. Please, hello? Good video game. So that wasn't focused because I hit him. Nice. As long as we can do it. You actually have a little bit extra time than the 10 minutes it says there. But because we've done that, we are now good. We now have to work with broken AI. It's been a while since we had a mission with some broken AI, isn't it? So, just because we've opened up the short route does not mean that we're going to be able to go quickly. Eren's AI is bad enough. So is Erwin's. Erwin's nice and easy to pick out. He's on his silver steed. And, yeah, you see how he just tried to turn to the right there? You want to very specifically get on certain sides of Erwin as he runs down this street. He can, and I'm not joking you, run around in circles at the very, very start there for literally 1 minute and 20 seconds. I had that on a PB-paced run once. If you think that was the only thing that cost me, just you wait. So he's going to try and go down the road to the left here, even though he needs to go to the right. One Titan saw me there, it won't be a problem. That's late. That's bad. Go. Nice. He'll sometimes try and go to the right here if there's a Titan here, but there isn't for once. So a Titan could be a problem with Eren. That's fine. Get out our flash grenades. You know what's about to happen. We don't have our Decisive yet, so we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. By literally taking half its HP in one hit. Connie missed, which means I have to do an extra hit. Thanks, Connie. Could you drop Eren right now? I don't want to lose this mission, thanks. That can happen. You can have Eren die. It's bizarre, it doesn't happen very often, but... Also, when the mission is over, you can't actually kill any Titans. So they just kind of stand there staring at you. What's up, dude? Just as you do. As you do. I say I hate this run. I love this run. I've always loved this run, and I haven't done it in 3 years properly. It's amazing. So we're going to do a very big upgrade to our equipment in here because we are playing as Armin. So we're going to try, and we can't do that much, but we're going to try upgrading our sword. We have just enough for 2, I think. Just 1. We should, at this point, get some upgrades to our scabbards that I should have got about 5 missions ago. But we're just going to ignore that because things have been going very well. Because this will mean that I don't run out of gas here on this mission, which is very, very important. So, we're going back to that plains level that we were on before, where we don't have any way of being able to latch onto walls and trees and stuff like that. However, would you believe me when I say that Armin is the perfect character for this level? Watch. Do you see that? Armin has the ability now, after his last level up, to dash twice. This makes him on field missions literally amazing. So, the other reason why we want to level up our swords is, look, we can take care of every Titan on our own. It's actually a little slow, because we have the slowdown from killing Titans, rather than sending our allies ahead to try and stop Titans. Like, if they were to hit that, I could just go and get another one. C-class allies, thank you very much. No Discord sounds. Are you kidding? Please take care of him. I loathe all of you right now. Why? I could have just hit him straight away. One last set of enemies. Oh, do you remember earlier when I said that, you know, there's a mission that can softlock for 10 minutes? It's this one. And I will explain it when we get there, which we are about to get there soon. So, you might be wondering to yourself why this category is called any % female Titan. Allow me to introduce to you, surprisingly enough, the female Titan. We're about to lose all of our C-class allies and gain 2 good allies. I say good, we have Jean with us. But we have Reiner, who's an A rank. We need to stop the female Titan, so we're going to use our attacks. Once I'm behind her, I'm going to use those 2 so that they can hit her. She is now going to go on the ground for about a minute. In this time, we're going to go and get some extra sound grenades, because we need to keep her in place for a good 20 to 30 seconds without killing her. This is where things get a little awkward. So we're going to take care of some of the Titans that have spotted us on the way, because we have time. And we really don't want any Titans interrupting us in this next part. If we get grabbed, that's going to be one of the worst things that could ever happen to us. We have to wait for her to stand up again. It's literally on a timer. It's on a timer the second she goes down. Good hit. Reiner's good. Reiner is love, Reiner is life. So we're going to wait. Remember what I said earlier? If you have enough gas, you can just literally do this and keep yourself in the air, like, almost infinitely. Like, as long as you have gas, you can just keep doing that. It's great. So if you have Decisive Battle on, which I don't know why you would at this point, you can keep doing that constantly again and again. So, let me describe the softlock, because this is weird. To finish this level, you are supposed to keep the female Titan from reaching the forest. You're supposed to take care of all the other Titans around the map. I don't know, I don't think it's a glitch, but there's a weird thing where if you kill the female Titan, you can just progress the level. However, if you do it too early, I'm getting away from you before you kick me, the level will softlock. So we've got to wait. Don't use too many sound grenades. Time is going down. Wait. I might just take an extra second because this is a marathon right now. So, we can now take care of her. The reason you know it works is because the HUD disappears. You have to wait until the timer gets below 9 minutes 50 seconds remaining. For some reason, at that point, the trigger to end the mission then appears on the female Titan. This is a good game. I love this game. I genuinely love this game. It's a good game. The triggers are weird. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. I've been waiting to show you all this mission. So You want to talk about broken triggers and bad AI? Say hello to Bite. We're now going to be playing as Levi again. Yes, not Eren. We have to protect Eren from the female Titan. What we're going to do is we're going to rush ahead and we're going to be attacking some Titans along the way. So, we don't have to take care of all of these ones outside the map, but it helps because they will start coming over, like that one behind, and they can... Eren's the target here. You need to protect Eren from every Titan on this level. And I mean every Titan. He's gonna stand there. He's gonna have a soliloquy every so often and just be like, oh, I don't want to fight. I don't want to... Why is everybody trying to protect me? Like Eren does. We're gonna wait here because this is where the next spawn is gonna be. Eren should come over. Nice. Oh, not on it. And then, look who appears. It's the female Titan. So, what we're going to do is going to make sure that hopefully this trigger occurs. I actually need to go and stop it real quick. Because here's the thing, right? And this was hilarious. We had this happen once where she literally vaulted the entire forest off of her pathway to try and eat Eren and give me an instant game over. That's just one of the creative ways that this level can absolutely break on you. Now, because we have defeated the female Titan early, which is not what you're supposed to do, this breaks a certain aspect of this level. Namely, Eren's AI. So we're going to wait. We're hopefully not going to get the attention of any other Titans for now. Eren is wonderful in this level. So next one appears, we'll go over there. Hopefully I don't get the attention of that one above. We did, that's fine. He'll come over to us. Again, you just want to get to the next triggers as fast as possible so that Eren will get here and then have less time to wait. I don't know what happened to that one. That's the one that saw me. It's coming over. Okay. Well, actually lost me and was coming over anyway. Just gonna do that because he was coming over and I need to leave when Eren decides to stop running in circles. Again, we need to go over here as fast as possible. I like that all sound just stopped there. That was weird. Eren, for some reason, has stopped moving. Eren is moving again. Eren is picky about when he moves in this. I think it's to do with how far away you are and also the Titans that need to get killed. There he goes again. So, at some point in the very near future, in the next minute, female Titan's going to start moving again. There's the last one we have to take care of. I'm also going to go ahead of time and take care of this one because this one can be problematic. Because it's right next to the finish line. Eren has stopped moving. Eren is moving again. Eren is about to do the thing. So his AI is going to try and go to the end. Decide not to. Hang on, do you mind? I'm a little busy here. I'm trying to do a speedrun. Thank you. And instead... Where did you go? Oh, hi, you're here. He's gonna stop. Wait for it. His pathway after we took care of the female Titan is now directly through this tree. So he should move very soon. I'm trying to push him along. Doesn't always work. They're drawing near, by the way. They're not. Come on. He is a rock. Because of this, you can lose anywhere for like up to 2 minutes. He will start moving at some point when his AI realizes, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm going to take care of this guy because he's getting a little close. Eren? Buddy, old pal? Attack on Titan, ladies and gentlemen. He's now going to run towards the end, and he's going to start circling in front of the end, which is bad because the end trigger is right there. We need to push him over physically to get him to end the mission, because we broke his AI earlier. This is the reason we hate this run, is just Eren's AI likes to just do that. And like, you will lose somewhere between like a minute to 2 minutes if Eren's AI decides, I really like this tree. And that is where the adage of Eren humps trees comes from, because Eren loves trees. Josh, now is a great time for messages.
Josh is no more, Crabray, but I am here.
Is that
and
Katsik?
I have a Yep.
Oh no.
And I have a $10 donation from the Joshimas.
What?
Saying, I said I'd do it. So, five of those dollars are put towards naming one of the humans or Espers Josh, and the second one Imus. So, yay. And if you see the total amount of money on the stream right now, people, we are $35 away from hitting 6K. It's less than 36, so it's not that much. You can do it, I believe.
Yo, let's hit that during Attack on Titan. Come on, let's do this. During this game of all things. So, this is a bit of an unfortunate mission because the start goes fast, the end goes fast, the rest does not go fast. We have to take care of all the enemies here, and then we don't have to save Krista. You'll see once we've dealt with these Titans, and we're going in like the quickest order we can. And again, it's a field mission, so good old Armin and his double dash is amazing. Not as amazing as Mario Kart double dash. Hey, I'm sorry, I've been awake a long time. I had a 4 or 5 hour donation reading shift before this. That was a good speed boost. So with the way that like the scenery works in this game, you can kind of get a weird speed boost by like boosting on like angles. So when we were at the roofs in the city earlier, because we were able to, where's Krista? She's like kind of the subplot trigger here. Okay, so you can see at the top left we have a 5-minute timer now ticking down. Yeah, we gotta wait. There's no way to skip this one. We're gonna go and help literally everyone because that makes the end of the mission go a little smoother. By helping Sasha here, that did not kill the Titan. Shame. By helping Sasha here, she's gonna set up traps for certain enemies that appear here. Oh, nice hit, Chris. I didn't expect to hit that. Again, triggers are wonky. We're gonna wait for this one to start. Literally just gotta wait. It's an unfortunate mission. It is what it is. That's the dialogue. But the speed boosts you get are amazing. I wanted that gas drop. Did I not notice it, or was that late? Either way. Either way, we're fine. We can get some resupplies during this mission. So, Ymir is over here. We won't talk about Ymir. She's pretty awesome, though. If you've seen Season 2 and Season 3, you'll understand. So we need to wait for Ymir. Again, pretty much every trigger in this mission is broken in some way. Connie's is the one we're going to next, but we're just going to wait a second for Ymir's to activate. We could get Ymir's on the way back, but we can get her now. This one's close enough to the village that I'm going to get him now. He is a normal Titan. You don't have to get him at all. He is going to cause problems later on if he's too close to the village. Hello. One of you can hit these Titans, and I believe in you. One of you. Again. The ranks, even though they're supposed to indicate better teammates, doesn't always mean the case. So, Reiner's about to turn up. We're going to use some of that gas. Reiner is somebody who can join our team, and if you remember before, wait, Connie's one. There you go. Reiner is an A rank. He is the strongest character we can get to help us during this mission, which is going to be very useful later on. Oh, something I should mention that I did not mention earlier. When you utilize Armin's orders, the cooldown will automatically get used if you use a decisive battle signal. So the trick is to actually... I'm surprised they actually did that. So I stopped for a second. The trick is to actually kill Titans. The trick is to use your decisive battle signal first. Reiner. That's Krista. Reiner. Over you. He's the trigger for this one, so we can now just go. Sometimes you can get 2 Reiners. It's weird. It's a weird little glitch. Sometimes you get 2 Reiners, which is really nice. Probably not this time, because I think I did that too early. I think you have to do it like around the time when mission success appears, because the game tries to give you one when you're in the middle of getting one yourself. Mikasa is setting up more traps to stop Titans. We still got 2 minutes here, and we're about to finish the last 2. This is literally, again, it's a shame that you can't speed anything up here, but it's indicative of how quickly we're going in this mission. Armin? Thank you. I don't know why Armin is just deciding to not travel up rocks, but there you go. This one is going to get in the way because we need to stand on those rocks after we've dealt with the... Hold here. I don't know how they just hit that Titan for 3k damage and didn't destroy it. Why can't I use my hooks? Bizarre. Nice. Before we get Behold's reward, which is to resupply us, we're going to use our gas so that we get fresh gas. We only need the 1, and we can get a manual 1 from him anyway. And with that, we have saved everybody. We got 40 seconds left. So, Kadzik, if you've got any messages, now is a perfect time.
Of course I have, because I just want to remind you that the next run, just the next one coming, is Final Fantasy Legend 2, and we still have some names to give. We have names for the human and / Esper. We can choose if you want Espers or humans in your party. We have to name the monster, and we have to name the robot. We still need some donations. And we're almost at 6k! So you know, just... And also, we are almost at 500 subs. We need 8 more, so 1 bomb will do it as well. We are so close to so many milestones. I believe in you guys.
Yeah, let's get it done. We only have about 10 minutes this run left. So, a whole bunch of Titans are going to spawn. We're going to start with this one over here. Ooh, small one, nice. And then we're going to try and take care of all the Titans on the way. Yeah, I had a suspicion he was going to move. Please kill him, please kill him, please kill him. Thank you. I was not going back for him, and I needed him dead. Sorry? Jean, please. Yes. The one time that Jean ever did anything useful. I'm going to leave that one in the field. Am I? It's probably a bad idea if I do. I'm going to. I'm not. We're going to go after the one Zoe by Sasha. We'll get that one in the middle last, because we need to go back to the middle afterwards. Okay, Jean, thanks. One of you can hit it, right? Why am I on my horse? Horse, where did you come from? Alright. Oh, he came out to see me. Hello. That is actually perfect. Is he the last one? He's not. Why are you this far into the city? What are you doing? Well, that's going to be a bit of a time loss. That's the only bad part of this run so far. So, off we go. Obviously, we're going to get our flash grenade ready ahead of time. Again, you can see Armin's double dash is insanely good here. Why aim for the one further away? That didn't work. What is happening? I accidentally broke the arm because I'm too close to the other Titan. Get it away! Get that Titan away, it's so close! The downside to these blades, literally if you're that close, you will bounce off of other Titans. Hi. They're just gonna do whatever they feel like doing at this point. So, that's the end of that one. So, remember when I said you don't play as Eren for like 3/4 of the game? Hey, guess what? It's time. Eren is finally playable again. So unfortunately, despite us having to wait 5 minutes there, Armin was not able to stop the female Titan from entering the forest. And we're going to have to fight her. And as you can probably expect, she's going to go down pretty fast here. So again, sound grenades. So unfortunately, Gunter got kicked. Wow, you are tankier than usual today. Interesting. That's the end of that. It's not the end of the mission, but that's... Yes, again, you're supposed to take care of both of her arms and then her nape, but as long as you use the grenade she's weak to, you can take care of her straight away. As long as you do it in one combo, that is optimal. Usually it's one hit less than that. I think I was attacking from a bit too far away. Unfortunately, Eren is not turning into a Titan, and then unfortunately the rest of Levi's squad gets wiped out by the female Titan, and Eren finally transforms into a Titan. After everybody's finished talking.
So do we have a time for a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
We have $50
Oh.
from the Sound Defense. I don't know what happens when you hit 6k, but I guess we'll find out. And guess what? We are at 6k. Good job, everyone. Thank you so much for your donations. But we can do more. The marathon's still going, so give those monies.
So, thank you very much for helping us hit 6k. That is really generous of all of you. Like, we here at ESA do appreciate it. So, we're now into the second part of the mission. We've transformed into a Titan, and we are fighting the female Titan. This is super cool. Did I take care of her? Nice. Are you gonna do the quick? You gonna do the quick thing? You're not. Okay, that's a shame. So, I'm in a bad position here. There's a way to get her to stand up almost instantly, and that's to break every single one of her body parts. We broke her nape and also her right arm, but not her left arm, because of the way I was positioned for those attacks. It would be great if this works, but it sometimes doesn't. So she's going to get up, and we're going to do the throw instead, because this stops her from screaming, which stun locks us. And then we're just going to carry on attacking. She is not in slaughter range yet. She is now. Should be it for this level. You can tell we beat all of the body parts because the screen goes blue like that. That's what we wanted in the first part of the level, which is a shame. It's actually a giant shame. Like, you can go really fast at this level, but only if she plays nice, and she often doesn't play nice. That's the whole point about the female Titan, is she does not play nice. She doesn't play nice at all during this run. We have a very, very quick level coming up here. This level is literally going to be over in like a minute. It is the penultimate level of the run. Yes, we are getting that close to the end, and no, the last level is not that long. It might be, but hopefully not. So, for this mission, the female Titan beats Eren in a fight. Mikasa's a little... Why are you not skipping? Why is my button not working? Why is the pause button not working? So, she's trying to run away with Eren. We're gonna, obviously, as Levi, just stop her. It's a little quicker to actually, like, keep going back and forth for your attacks like this, rather than use Levi's multi-hit. And that's the end of the level. That's it. That's as easy as you can get. We're gonna be coming up on the final level next, where we're not gonna have that much time. So, Kadzak, if you've got any last final messages, now is a perfect time.
I actually have. Remember the time when I said we are almost at 500 subs?
Yeah?
Never mind that. Rustix just gifted 10 subs to our community, meaning that we are over 500 subs and only 300 away from that goal that lets us get all of the donations that hopefully we'll get from HyperX, thanks to their generosity. Just as from your generosity, so thank you so much for all the donations, and let's see the ending of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, thank you all for helping get there during this run. Like, this has been a very good run. So, the loading screen doesn't exactly hide the fact that Annie is the female Titan. Remember when I said Annie doesn't play nice? Annie doesn't play nice. So, we have speed tech for this level. She cost me 10 minutes when I initially did this run back at ESA Summer 3 years ago, and I'm really hoping she doesn't cost me again this time. So, we need her not to run towards me, which... Yeah, she's running towards me. And jumping. Stay there. Stay there. I'm going to have to run reconnaissance, because she's just going to keep following me, and we need her not to come too fast. So... Well, you are aggressive today, Annie. Oh, you're in a mood. I need to go back now. Please stay here, Annie. Oh, that's bad. I'm in the sky at least, so I won't lose too much speed. Wait, I got kicked? I didn't lose damage? Okay, so now we resupply. Where's my grenades? Thank you. So, we're going to stay here. Hanji's going to give us access to traps, and please don't jump. She's going to give us access to traps and fully fill our decisive battle signal. Yes. No. 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 Annie. Get off that building. Okay. It's not looking good all of a sudden. Tell you what. We're going to restart from checkpoint. There we are. It's in one of these menus. So we need her not to break the cannon because if you remember what we said earlier, cannons are OP. Annie, come all the way back here, please. I knew she was going to mess me up after having such a good run. Of course she would. Here's what we're going to do. She's going to run around in a circle. Of course she will. Bye, Annie. Please don't jump over the building. Oh, yeah, if you jump at, like, angles like that, you can also, like, kind of get a weird, like... forward momentum push like that. Annie. Come on. Yes. Annie. Nice. That's what we're after. So now she's going to get stuck there. She's going to look at us. I should have aimed before I did this. It's fine. We're now going to use Decisive Battle to up our damage. And we're going to use the cannon, as you can see, and the flash grenades to keep her in position. Her hitbox is actually super massive here. Look how much damage we're doing. And that is how you beat Annie first form without taking her over the entire city, saving literally 5 minutes. That makes up for Summer 3 years ago. That makes up for it. Alright. We are PBing this run. It's not going to be as impressive as it would be if we managed to get that first time. Her AI is either aggressive or not aggressive. You need her to run, because if she runs, that's when Hanji's trap, you can see it here, activates just in time below her. If she jumps like you saw there, she could jump over here behind this tree, which is fine. The tree will block your attacks, but you can wait for her to go to the side. But if she lands on the cannon, like she perfectly did that time, you can't do the fast strap. Thanks, Annie. And one final part, so get ready on time. Yeah, one final fight. So there's actually a super quick way to do this. If I can hopefully... Wow, you didn't get stun locked. Annie is actually being a pain today. Can it work from this angle? Oh, you can launch her over the wall and lose like 30 seconds, by the way. Had that happen once. I need to hit her from the side. I didn't manage to hit her before. Come on, stand straight up. Stand straight up. She did it! We got the quick Annie. So, there's a few factors that determine if you get the quick Annie. If you don't get the quick Annie, she doesn't stand up until all of Eren's dialogue here is done. Get ready on time, because it's going to occur when you see the words... it's probably going to occur after this. Hold on. Nope. Yeah, time. Yeah, it's a little hard. It's always when it says final subjugation. It's a little weird when you have the extra hits like that, because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you have to, like, do an extra hit or two. Back in the day, if we didn't get fast Annie, and it's a little on the random side, you literally managed to either kind of manage to get her either to low HP fast, or you have to do 2 hits of the slaughter mechanic. But if it's fast Annie, it's usually always 1. That's world record, by the way. Literally, last week, a sub 140 was nigh on impossible, and I'm fair. That's a sub 139. So I'm putting AOT to bed. That's the last run I'm ever submitting to a marathon of this game. I love this game, but that's my swan song. That's my revenge for summer 3 years ago. There's no scene for this game. Everyone who wants to run the sequel runs the sequel. There's no leaderboard for the DLC because I haven't had the time to actually do it, and I've said to people, I'm sorry, I can't commit to doing a good leaderboard. So if you want to run the DLC for the game, you need to make the leaderboard, please. I might actually do it this summer as, like, kind of a way to say thank you to the community. Speedrun AOT 2. Don't speedrun this game. It's a good game. Thank you for watching.